So many women say things like, I'll only date provider men, I don't accept coffee dates. Or I won't settle for less than this or that. But then when the guy they really like texts at 1 a.m., they reply, that's not standards, that's a shaky floor. Real elegance isn't about the list you tell the world. It's about what you quietly refuse behind closed doors. Hi, Goddess. Welcome to your feminine and wealthy era, where I talk about everything you need to learn and unlearn in other to be the best version of yourself. Your life is built on foundations, not decorations. The pretty vision board, the dream car, the ideal man, the luxury lifestyle, all of that is the roof. But the foundation, the rules you actually live by on your hardest days, that's what determines how high you can rise. If your foundation is shaky, everything else will eventually fall. Let's talk about how this shows up in everyday life. Dating and relationships. If you say, I'll only date men who respect me, who provide, who lead with effort, but then you turn around and entertain breadcrumb behavior because you're lonely, you're not living by your words. You're choosing temporary comfort over long-term worth. It's not the dream man on your list that shapes your love life. It's the behavior you tolerate when you're tired, emotional, or craving attention. So the real shift is stop asking, what do I want? And start asking, what will I never again accept? Friendships and social circles. The same thing happens with friendships. Many women say, I only want to be surrounded by supportive, high-value women. But then they keep giving endless time to friends who gossip, drain them, or keep them stuck in old patterns. True change comes when you stop entertaining what doesn't align, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Imagine curating your circle the way you curate your wardrobe. You wouldn't hold on to clothes that don't fit anymore, right? So why hold on to relationships that don't fit who you're becoming? Personal habits and self-care. This shows up in self-care too. You might set a high goal like, I'm going to look elegant and polished every day. But then when you're exhausted, you let yourself slide back into old habits, skipping workouts, eating whatever's fast, neglecting the details that make you feel radiant. Here's the secret. It's not your best days that define your beauty and glow. It's your worst days and how you treat yourself in those moments. Even something as small as keeping your nails neat, your skin cared for, or your space organized sets the tone, because when you stop letting yourself slip beneath that baseline, you create a life where radiance is natural, not forced. Money and business. Let's take this to wealth. You might say, I'm going to be a millionaire, but if your foundation is still filled with habits like ignoring your budget, tolerating late payments, or undercharging, then the dream ceiling won't matter. Wealthy women don't just have big goals, they have firm non-negotiables with money. They don't allow themselves to shrink into scarcity mode or keep saying yes to what drains them. Their baseline is strong, and that's why they keep rising. Here's what I've learned. It's not about constantly adding more goals, more standards, more rules. It's about subtraction. Ask yourself, what am I no longer available for? What am I done tolerating? What behavior from myself or others is officially off the table? That's how you build a feminine foundation. And when your foundation is strong, everything you desire naturally has a place to land. Why this matters? Because when your baseline shifts, your entire reality shifts. You collapse time, opportunities come faster, relationships get healthier, you stop repeating cycles. And the best part, you don't have to constantly police others. You only have to honor your own rules. When you do that, the world rearranges itself around you. So instead of saying, I'll only accept provider men or I don't do coffee dates, ask yourself, am I living in alignment with the rules I've set for myself, even on my weakest day? Because it's not what you say out loud that defines your life. It's what you quietly live by when no one's watching. That's it for today, my loves. If this video lit a spark in you, don't just keep it to yourself. Subscribe and join our little corner of the internet. This is Feminine and Wealthy, your space to step deeper into your elegance, your power, and your abundance.